BJP government, the extremist, fundamentalist Hindus. Hindutva, they call it. They believe in Akhand Bharat. Akhand Bharat is unified Bharat. You, in one more year, if Hasina was there, the Indian army would have moved in. After well, if you go back to 71, the 25 years agreement we had with India, it's you're not an independent country anymore. The Indian army was supposed to be stationed here perpetually. So it was a vassal state of India.
So with Sheikh Hasina, we did see a massive, I would say, subservience to the Indian domination. After ousting, do you think that the dominance is declining, or do you think it will reemerge in a different form?
It's a very good question. During this revolution of July, culminating in August 5th, the students and the masses vehemently opposed the government. They were shot, killed, fired from the helicopters. Snipers were deployed on rooftops. It didn't stop them. Family members, children, everybody came out on the street. Now, if you ask me about this question, I will go back to history. Because without history, you won't know what really happened. Nothing comes out of sudden. Lahore Resolution in the 1945 to the two nation theory, and because we are Muslims and across India, the majority are Hindus, especially the RSS, the Rashtriya Sangstha, as you heard, the Modi's BJP government, the extremist, fundamentalist Hindus, Hindutva they call it. They believe in Akhand Bharat. Akhand Bharat is unified Bharat. That means Afghanistan down to Burma, Myanmar, everything is India. Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal, everything is India. Even let's say about a year or two back when the Indians opened the new parliament building, Lok Sabha, they had a map of the unified, Akhand Bharat right in front of the parliament building. So what does that imply? That they want a unified India. Their biggest achievement was 1971, with the broke open Pakistan. And before that also, they inserted right from 1962, because the 47 is when we got our independence. So after that, there was historically we had a rivalry with the Pakistanis about the language, which again, you see, there's so many invasions, cultural invasions, and then just name them. Being an backward country like Bangladesh at that time, it was very easy to influence us, very easy to propagate Goebbels' theory, which was done after well, if you go back to 71, the 25 years agreement we had with India, it's you're not an independent country anymore. The Indian army was supposed to be stationed here perpetually. So it was a vassal state of India. The entire purpose of 1971 was splitting up Pakistan and second making Bangladesh their backyard. Strategic depth. Because remember I told you
Yep.
China and India are now struggling for supremacy. Now comes in another point. The IPS, the Pacific, or the Bay of Bengal, or the Indo-Pacific area, IPS. The Western interest is also there, which is why India initially got so much dominance. As I told you, the global war on terror, or the 9/11, India was given full responsibility. Subsequently, the numerous forms of the Quad, the Burma Act, the Indo-Pacific strategy, the Big B, the Matarbari port, because all dots are connected. But what they were doing is we were serving the Indian interest. You, in one more year, if Hasina was there, the Indian army would have moved in. They've already connected the Feni. I told you in the south, small strip of land like Chicken Neck. They made a bridge over the river, and they're taking the entire land as a EPZ, where they had planned to station one of the brigades, Indian Army brigades. The the railways would be used to let's say all the bridges we have constructed, all the roads we have done, connecting in the name of connectivity. It's not connectivity; it's transit corridor for India. India is not letting us travel down to Nepal. We were supposed to have Seven Sisters as our market. It's the other way around. We have become their market. The 25 lakhs in 2,500,000 Indians working in Bangladesh, taking our jobs. The Indian intelligence or Indian, let's say, pro-Indian vessels in every segment of the society, every segment. Judiciary, executive, legislative, obviously all are pro-Indian. The defense services, the generals, the police, the bureaucrats. Now they have late in 16 years. They've given tiers: first tier, second tier, third tier, fourth tier. The number of tiers. You can probably get rid of one or two. So to get rid of 16 years, you need time,
Yeah.
patience, and you have to be wise. They'll try to create problems for you every segment of the way, every inch of the way. Now they're trying to destabilize your country. During this conflict, how many weapons have been stolen from remember the BDR incident where 57
Yep.
officers were killed? Where were the weapons? Officers were killed because to destabilize Bangladesh army so that it can never rise again, right? There have been numerous Ikoros in every sector, and for that, thousands of weapons have been taken. The police station were looted after 5th August. Thousands of weapons have gone. Now there's another. I don't know if it is psychological or what. The Indians are providing training, as the Awami Leagues are saying, and providing weapons to both the tribal Chittagong hill tracts and also the Awami Leaguers, which they did in 75 again. Kader Siddiqui and all, they went to India, bought weapons, and destabilized the country for a number of years. And the Chittagong hill tracts again is a very troublesome area now. Huge amounts of weapons have been flooding in. Again, this is another geopolitical strategy is the, if you name it, Africa, what should I say? I can't be more open than that.
Yep.
Many things are
So,
involved.
if you'd say, I could put it this way, that a direct Indian puppet is now ousted. So, do you think there was any involvement of any other nation, maybe China, USA, or anything like that, for removing Sheikh Hasina?
A very good pertinent questions. Many are claiming, especially the Indian newspaper. Well, the Indian newspapers are known to be the biggest, propaganda machine in the world.
Yeah.
Liars, what they call it is, this is a word for it. Right time I forgot the right words.
And their lies are very comical as well.
Yeah,
You could
comical and
say it's
deep
very,
fakes. Deep fakes.
yeah.
Okay, okay, deep fakes. So there's so many deep fakes coming out. They're trying this, they're trying that, blah blah blah. Frankly speaking, the entire movement was an organic one, inbuilt by the people of Bangladesh, especially the young segments. Everybody was involved. Rickshaw pullers, street side vendors, right? Grocery man, young boys, even I was there too in the street with my wife, the retired army officer. We were there. So name it, who wasn't? So it was an organic movement which led to because there was no other way. The army couldn't kill thousands. People wouldn't allow them because the lower rank of the army are not the ones who are enjoying the cushy jobs or the cushy transport, vehicles and big houses, and billions of dollars have been siphoned out of the country. The entire now I believe 100 and some billion dollars have been siphoned out. You won't get them back obviously because whoever received them will never give them back to you. There's another banking is another you know good channel to get attract foreign investments from other Western countries, or let's say another offshore banks. They won't give you back that. They probably, the person who took it would probably won't even get it back. He'll go to the country which is is keeping the money. Hard realities of life. But we are the people who are paying for it. There's so much loan for us, external loans, debts, IMF, World Bank, China, Japan. We have to pay them back. So and inflated ones, over invoicing, under invoicing, like the Nupur power plant sold to India, let's say at 5 billion, costing us 13 billion. A project which cost, let's say about 70 million, 70, 30 million, will accelerate up to 100 billion, 100 billion. What will you do about it? That's what was going on. There was no transparency. There was no governance. It was all absent. The basically good governance, transparency, accountability did not exist. It was a one man show. She let everybody be corrupt. But the question is, be subservient. Do what I tell you to do. Shoot people, kill people. I don't care. You can take as much money as you want. I'll allow you. And then she used them as a bait. Listen, you've done this. Now do what I say. That's it. That's how the country ran for so many years, the last 16 years. Going back to that place, I don't think so. I don't think so. But again, wishfully thinking that everything will turn overnight, we'll go back to a square one position of become a golden Bengal. Also, will not take time. We'll be patient. Maybe your generation will see the rewards. Mine, unfortunately, no. That's the sad reality. We have to accept it. We have to be patient. We need democracy, a good democratic country, and real elections, little reforms, elections, and let the good people, educated ones, be. Because you see, right from 2001 to 2024, 23 years, that's about your age, there was no election in Bangladesh. So we really don't know what young people like you think. Because you were never allowed to vote. I wasn't allowed to vote either. But I have my identity. I don't know your identity. You can call me as a nationalist, but what do I call you as? I don't know. So this time, if we have a real good election, free, fair, transparent, credible, internationally accepted elections, maybe the country will. We will take time, but slowly it will definitely come back to our old place. That's what we all pray for. And I'm sure with the Western, oriented, educated people like young people like you coming back to Bangladesh, we'll have a new one. We'll see a new face. But what remember, we are an overpopulated country with little resources. We have to play a very crucial geopolitical, tight walk on the tight walk road in the area, balancing foreign policies, China, the West, America, Japan. So we are giving you the tips. You handle them and you take over. That's what I can always say the last.
No, no, thank you so much for your time today, Mr. Maroof. This was like one of the best discussions I had on this topic. Very insightful, very informative. Really good. No, thank you so much for your time today.